Uh-oh. Ring light on. That means he been talking about you, and your mama too. But no, I'm not. I'm not finna do that. Because I'm trying to do better, y'all. I'm trying to get in the heaven. Because I heard it's a lovely place, and I really want to go. So, all right, let's talk. Let's talk. So, today, I went back and I did privates. And I haven't been neglecting my privates. But let me tell you the type of person I am. So, Coach Dylan, he tried out for UCF, made it at UCF. He's currently training camp with UCF right now, and he's going to be attending UCF in the fall. Because he made this decision to do so, it only made sense that he financially prepare himself. And if I would have been doing privates all summer and he would have been doing privates all summer, then we would have been basically splitting the ballot, oh, go to Coach Dylan and do privates with Coach Dylan, or oh, go to Coach O'Neal and do privates with Coach O'Neal, when at the end of the day, Coach Dylan is preparing for a major move in his life. So he needed to have full clientele of doing the privates, doing the workshops. That's why I have not done anything, because at the end of the day, I don't compete with my people. I support them. And if I can take 6 weeks off and relax and focus on my team while he run it up and do his privates so that he can move off to UCF and be in a good place financially, I will do that, versus being well, you do your privates, I'm gonna do my privates, and they gonna come to whoever. No, I'm not gonna do anything. I'm going to push everybody to you so that you will be in a better financial place when you get ready to move off, because I love you and I rock with you and I bang with you, and that just makes sense. So I was not neglecting you guys on privates. I wanted you guys to hit up Coach Dylan, which you did. I wanted you guys to work with Coach Dylan. I wanted you guys to support Coach Dylan, because his mission right now is bigger than me just doing privates summer of 2025. So I appreciate you guys for supporting him. I hope that you guys continue to support him on his journey, because he's doing great things, and I'm very proud of him, extremely proud of him. Let's drop into it. So earlier today, I made a Facebook status, and everybody was like, elaborate, story time, let's do it. Sure, let's do it. All right, I say everybody was like, it might have been 4 people, maybe 5, but everybody got to start somewhere. Before I get a whole bunch of subscribers, my 4 or 5 people, y'all can get me on this live. So my status said, coaches, do what's best for your teams. Do what's best for your program, even if that means losing an athlete. No one is bigger than the mission. Signed, Coach O'Neal. And what I meant by that essentially really is, as a coach, you have to do what's best for your team and what's best for your program. And I can speak firsthand to the point of 2 years ago, when I was just getting started. It was my very first year. We had 14 people on varsity that we was competing. And I had to take a flyer out of the air. And I had to do that because, I had to let everyone know, if you don't progress, if you don't get better, yes, your spot is in jeopardy. And that's still the mantra right now. But I also had to do that because if I didn't do that, then my team wouldn't have trusted me, because I would have put them in a position to be on the national stage with a flyer that they can't hit with at practice. They can't hit with at showcase. They can't hit with after all the football games and summer practices. Why would I put them on the nationals mat and be like, oh, here, it's going to work. It's going to happen here. No. So in order for my team to trust me and to respect me and my decision as a coach, I had to pull that flyer and let them know, hey, this isn't working. And then it went from, well, who's going to fly? I found somebody easily, because I'm never going to let my team down. But you have to be okay with doing what's best for your program and doing what's best for your team, because if you don't, your team is not going to trust you. Now, if it's just a stunt group that's like, oh, we just don't want this flyer, that's something different. But if it's a flyer that's not hitting, if it's a base that's not catching the foot, if it's a back spot that's not lifting in the stunt, regardless of how popular you are and how much money your parent gives to the program and every payment's on time and they travel with the team, that's amazing, yes. But if you're not doing what you have to do for the team and for the program, then sometimes you are at risk of being dumped from the island. Love Island. Yeah, vote for Huda and Chris, for real. But no. But sometimes you could be at risk for not performing on the team, and instead of being selfish about it, saying oh well, since I'm not gonna fly, I'm gonna go to a different school. Go. Actually, go. Before I even get into that, go. If your first defense mechanism is the moment I don't get my way, parent or child, if your first defense mechanism is the moment we don't get our way, we're gonna leave, please. I ain't none of these people. I ain't begging nobody to stay. So if somebody begs you to stay, it will not be me. If your first thing is, oh, well, if you ain't gonna fly, we just gonna go somewhere else, go. Cheerleading, it's a kid sport and it's a show me sport. So I'll say that to say this. I had a kid try out this past tryout, and I guess their parent was like hell bent on them being on varsity. Varsity requirements was put out in February. Varsity requirements were a switch up, a low to high, or a high to high, an inversion. It could have been to prep or to extended, and that was it. That was all the requirements put out in February. So kid didn't make varsity. I get this message like, oh, we're not gonna do it. We was only here if we was gonna be on varsity. But my thing is, though, I had to do what was best for my team. Why would I put a kid on the team that didn't meet the requirements and then have my team struggling to hit stuff that we're supposed to come in through the door with? That doesn't make sense. I don't care how much money, how loyal you are, all that good stuff. Like, if you don't meet the requirements, I can't put you on this team. I gotta do what's best for my team in the program. And if I do that, then I look like a liar. I look like I shouldn't be in charge of a team because he put this person on the team and they didn't have the requirements. You ain't gonna never say that about Coach O'Neil. I put the requirements out way in advance. And if you have the requirements, then you've done your job. If you don't have the requirements, that ain't got nothing to do with me. You're just not gonna be on varsity. Now, I am very open about saying you can be on JV and work your way up. Like literally, going on JV is not a shame. It's actually a good thing because on JV, you can start working on your switch ups, your low to highs, your high to highs, your inversions. And guess what? The moment you get them, you probably will move up into the varsity ranks because those are varsity skills. And if I can move you to varsity, I can move more people to JV to work on things. But so many people are caught up in that. If I don't get it now, I'm not going to stick it out. And guess what? That's perfectly fine. You, your mama, your granddaddy, your uncle in a wheelchair, y'all can go wherever you feel comfortable. But 9 times out of 10, wherever you're going is not going to accommodate you either. And you can tell whatever story you want to tell. Oh, I quit. Oh, I left. I ain't cheering for Coach O'Neil. That's perfectly fine. You're not cheering for Coach O'Neil because Coach O'Neil didn't appease you. Coach O'Neil did not bend and bow. Y'all see these roots? I'm trying. I try to make it blunt. Squirrel. Coach O'Neil did not bend and bow and cater to your demands. So now it's, oh, I'm not cheering there, blah, blah, blah. And that's perfectly fine. Coaches, do what's best for your team. Do what's best for your program. And you do that whether you lose athletes or not because the athletes that stay will at least respect you. Imagine having a team of kids that don't respect you, that don't respect you as a person, as a coach, as an authority figure. They're going to be late. They might not show up. They ain't going to be at practice on time. All of that stuff. They're going to be half doing it during games and stuff. And this is any sport. If you start letting one person be bigger than the program, bigger than the team, everybody else isn't going to respect you at all. And then you wonder how teams go from being a little successful to dry years to nothing because you built that success off of appeasing people that had no loyalty to you. Like, so at the end of the day, it ain't something I would do. It's not something that I struggle with because I'm going to do what's best for my team regardless. Like, I have 20, 21 people on the team. Every time I look at those kids, I know for a fact I'm going to do what's best for those kids because they deserve that from me. And the moment that I start moving shady and they start having to be like, you know Coach O'Neil put that person on the team because they got money. You know Coach O'Neil put that person on the team because he promised their parent that they was going to be on the team. The moment they start doing that, Coach O'Neil ain't going to be Coach O'Neil because I won't be coaching. Coaches. Do what's best for your team. Do what's best for your program, even if it means losing the athlete. Trust me, it works, okay? The people that you keep are going to be more valuable than the ones that you lost. Even if talent varies, the loyalty and the dedication that you keep is going to beat the talent that walked out that door. Because guess what? If they was really here for the team, they wouldn't walk out on the team. If they was really here for the program, they wouldn't walk out on the program. So be okay with doing what's best for the team or what's best for the program, even if it means losing the athlete. Because if you lose them, they were never yours from the get-go. That's it. Sorry for the rant, but y'all know I'm going to do it. Train overtime. Holla.